beautifuls, this is Sananda Kryst of Pleiadian Portal, and I wanted to give you an update on my personal journey. On Friday the 20th, I received a DNA restructuring up-leveling. It was quite intense. I didn't realize it at first, going through some of these things. I've gone through other DNA upgrades before, but this one was quite intense, and that's why I've been absent for about a week. I haven't been able to do much of anything, actually. I received it Friday morning, and as it was transpiring, there was so much going on in my body, so many sensations. What I did actually end up seeing is, and I see it all the time now, is beautiful colors of a lot of pink, so much pink and gray and purple. And I also have, as I talk about it, I sense other colors other than seeing them. I'm sensing colors I don't see. And what it was is what I thought was in the middle of, but I'm not. I am the galaxy. I am part of it. I am one with it. So when I look, I see this, if you can imagine the Milky Way, but so much bigger. Just amazing. I guess it's too hard to describe, but that's what I see and feel all the time now when I think about it. And what was also transpiring is there was literally fireworks going off inside my body, just kind of choo, choo, choo. It was just, it was intense. It didn't really hit me until Friday afternoon, and where I had to just call it a day, go lay down, and it pretty much took me out for a week. It took me a good week to integrate my new DNA structuring, and it also at the same time brought up a lot of emotional shadow work, I'll call it. A lot of highs, a lot of lows. I know also it had to do with the frequency comings in. If you kind of been watching the Schumann resonance, a lot of that going on, so much going on. All I know is finally this morning I was able to shed the last of the 2019 energies for me that no longer serve me. I really feel that I've let it go. So I encourage you all to make sure you take time and do a meditation. Even if you don't know how to do a formal meditation, it doesn't matter. The imperfect action is actually perfect. So just take some quiet time, just state your intentions, and just surrender and release and let it go. And some of you might be able to see or feel the energies going. It really doesn't matter. It's just doing it and setting that intention and raising yourself into that vibration of who you are. And that simple act of doing it, I'm hearing, is going to be very, very profound. So please take the time to do that. And I've been thinking about, like one word, what's one word that could sum up my year of 2019 of what I had been going through as far as maybe as a resolution. And I would have to say surrender. And I know I continue to surrender, but it has been a huge awakening for me this year, and I'm going to be continuing to surrender. And as I look back on even just this last week, I look at areas where I could have just let it go even more, and it would have been a much easier transition for me. But I also learned from the very valuable lessons of the emotions coming up, of where I need to learn to go into that 0 point and acknowledge. Acknowledge those. First of all, I did acknowledge the emotions. I was asking myself, why is this going on? Whether it was anger, I was extremely getting triggered by my companion, the poor guy, who was stayed in a very loving space for me as we were going through it, or as I was going through it. But I knew he was triggering me for a reason. He didn't know he was doing it, but I learned an immense amount and a huge reminder to go to that 0 point going forward when that occurs. And I'm also hearing right now that I, if you want to call it, passed the test. And have moved forward and moved beyond that. So it was a huge lesson that came with that DNA up-leveling. So I was thinking about, okay, what am I going to do for 2020? Because the new decade that is coming, anything is possible. It is a year of action, setting forth, growing. Anything is obtainable for you. It's also going to be a mass awakening for many, many more individuals. So to let you know and pass the word, you know, there are people like me, awakening coaches, that are here to help. This is what we do. This is what we're here for. And I'll put my information in the description below on my YouTube channel. And we're here for you. You don't have to do this alone. It doesn't have to be a struggle. You don't have to be lost. And finding that right person that resonates with you, just reach out. That's what we're here for. So getting back, my word, I think my word for 2020 is going to be abundance. Giving, receiving, doing it even more in a physical aspect, going out and actually working with my hands. I hope it comes to light for me, and that is part of my intentions. So that is just a quick update. I hope you have a blessed New Year's, and I will catch you very soon. Bye-bye. Much love.